We're not saying that our people were the people that made the agreements with the government. You're right, we don't have any deals with the federal government. We don't have their recognition of who we are as a people because we did not make a deal with the federal government. To be honest, I would disagree with you. Those who aren't recognized or documented probably can't claim to be Native American because Native American, that is exactly what it is. That is an identification. That is a name on a paper. That is a recent construct. Right? Now, all you guys might say, hey, you guys all come from Africa, but none of you guys can separate us from our ties to these lands. To you, it's just because of our skin color. We know where we come from. We know our ancestral lands. We know where our last 2,000 ancestors are. And you have to look at what our people are doing. You do the things of your ancestors. So, you're absolutely correct. There is nothing wrong with being African. What is wrong is when you try to separate a people from who they are. When you try to separate a people from their land in a place where their people did things. A place where both the land and God has blessed your people. The people that I'm speaking about have 2,000 ancestors on these lands. The people that I'm speaking about has built up something amongst hostile occupation over the centuries. Nothing wrong with having African ancestors, but there's nothing wrong with having American ones either. My people, our people, we came from the Eastern Ruling Kingdoms. You see, when you look at the world, especially from a physical and a spiritual standpoint, you're going to understand that there were cradles where melanated people will pop up. Think about it. You're saying that life began in Africa. You have to ask yourself, why? Why Africa specifically? What environment that was there that created life? And then you have to ask yourself, well, was that the only spot there that had that? Right? Because now when you're comparing to the parts of Africa versus to parts of the Eastern Ruling Kingdoms, we have a better environment that is suited for thriving life, right? So our people began here. This is our origin. That's what makes us indigenous. Our spirit from the Great Spirit and our temple from the earth met here and we became living souls. Yes, my brother. The reason why I use that particular language, because if you look at the video, I'm responding to a comment. And the comment was, why do you blame the American Indians? And then in the beginning of my video, I said, I don't blame the American Indians. I'm saying that we are the American Indians. So, let's see if we can get on the same page. When you look at the American Indians, those who made it onto any rolls or onto any federalized reservation, understand that those are the minority, right? A certain percentage of the populations of the indigenous people here were wiped away through war. But after those that were taken away from us, the largest remainder of the people of the American Indians were reclassified. Right? So that means they were stripped away from any identity. So my question is, for those American Indians that we know that were stripped from their language, stripped from their culture and stuff like that, do you now say that, hey, you are no longer indigenous because the enemy took something from you?